up, y'all? We still was. What was we doing? Celebrating DMX just now off camera.
Off camera.
What's going on, everybody in YouTube land?
Yeah.
If we put this on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, what's up to y'all too?
What's up?
Welcome to episode 8 of Breakfast with Bros.
You're
As you can see, I'm here with the full cast today, man. What, you want to introduce yourself or you want me to give you the red carpet?
I don't mind a good introduction. Go ahead, try it. Let's see what happens.
Alright, y'all, that's my nappy-headed guy brother, the original Brian.
That's what niggas do.
Don't forget the underscore at the end. My guy 30 Mil sitting next to him. And this for my man Paul, aka Paulie the Bull. Your boy Joel is here.
Yeah.
I didn't do him like Rory and Mal. He's still on the pod.
Here.
What's up,
Still
Joel?
here. I'm good, man. What's good with you?
I'm good, man.
We're back, man. It's been a long time.
Alright, before we really get into it, how was everybody's week? We feeling all right today?
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling energetic. You know what I'm saying? Just released the clothing brand. So
Okay. Shout out to the redemptionbrand.com.
Yes, go get that.
Yes,
for sure.
Please,
for sure.
we'll put the link down in the description also. Yeah. And also, thank you to all of you that have been voting on our poll. We're going to release that next episode. Next time we record, we're going to release that. We'll put the link down in the description for this as well. Yeah. And basically, there's a list of categories or things, and you got to pick 3 that you need from your partner.
Yeah.
3.
Gotta choose 3.
Gotta choose 3. We'll get the statistics out.
3. I know you want 30.
We really want to dive into some of the differences and why communication is important.
Very.
All right, now we got the pleasantries out the way. We got to start with some sad news, unfortunately. Can anybody tell me what's wrong in Minnesota besides the fact that it's always cold?
I think what's wrong with Minnesota is what's wrong with the United States of America as a whole.
So for those that don't know what we're talking about 10 miles away from the George Floyd trial, there was a young man by the name of Dante Wright that was accidentally shot by a police officer. How long was she on the force?
It was an accident, though?
Did they say
how long was she on the force again?
It's an alleged accident.
How long you said, Joel? Was she on the force?
I think it said 26 years.
26.
And she's a training officer.
26 years, training officer who happened to be training that day. Pulled up.
Training again, or she was training somebody else?
Training somebody else.
Yeah, because she's a training officer.
And prayers to that young man's family. May his soul rest in peace. Supposedly a routine traffic stop for car air freshener on the mirror.
Bro, can I just say something real quick? Do you understand? For us, there's no such thing as a routine stop.
That's why I said supposedly. Right.
It's a routine.
Listen, I know we gotta be political.
No, we don't. No, we don't gotta be politically correct. We don't have to. Right.
All right. I'm not. There's nothing routine. And unfortunately, I can probably speak for every black man in America.
But we saw American Skin.
Once that light goes off behind you, your heartbeat's gonna skip a beat.
Ain't that you saw American Skin, right? 30 Mil, you saw that?
I sure did.
Right. Wasn't it? It was a routine traffic stop in that too.
Routine, as Joel said, is nothing routine.
Nothing routine for us, man.
And I want to kind of get into something else around that because a lot of times in our community we play around with dark skin, light skin. Like Drake said, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark. This gentleman was very, very fair skinned because his mother was white. So just in case you don't know, I still want to remind you that in some people's eyes, it's still nigga.
Yeah.
We could bleep that out if y'all want to, or we could keep it.
Keep it.
But for context, it needs to be said. And in our community, I know we play around with that, but we really have to do a better job of uplifting
each other,
all shades, all mixes, all combinations of black.
All sides.
Because it doesn't matter if you got 5%, 10%, and everybody else's eyes, you're black.
Bro, 0.1% of black makes you black. Period.
Right.
Whether you want to claim it or not, that's what. And
this man was and I gotta say, young man, because I believe he have a kid as well.
I believe so.
So somebody lost their father, somebody lost their son, brother, nephew, and from the reports, beyond those things, just a regular good person. And they asked me how I felt about this. And the sad thing was, I kind of shrugged my shoulders because how many times can you show me the same trauma and I'm always surprised or I always have a reaction.
But that's the sad part, though, right? Because now we've all gotten to a place where when we hear about it, it's.
We talk about it like highlights, like because when we was talking, it's like, yo, you saw the video of the dude? I'm like, are you talking about the other one? It's another one with a guy, he got pulled over, and it's just like, if you listen to just the energy of it, it's just like we talk about basketball highlights. That's how normal
it's like
becomes.
deja vu.
And I get what you're saying when you're saying that it's like it's not routine, but it's not routine. It shouldn't be a routine, but it is a routine because it's a routine for them. They do this already.
Yeah.
So it's a routine traffic stop for them.
Right, and the thing is, me shrugging my shoulders wasn't like I don't care.
Yeah, no, of course
But
not.
it was like I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we're all black hair.
Yeah.
And man, look, I see them flashing lights behind me. I don't think about that Kanye song. I think about, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to make it home.
Right,
man.
Am I going to make it home?
See my kids again, man. I'm
You know
just
what I
trying
mean?
to make it home. And sometimes, and people talking about, well, you know, if you don't resist, if you don't do this. And how many times we see, man, listen, I seen a video yesterday and I had to put it up on my IG, right? This man was struggling with the police, white man, right? Took their baton, hit the cop with it, right?
Yeah.
And he gets into the sheriff car and he drives away. And then you hear a woman, I don't know if that's his mom, whoever it is, Billy, stop, they're gonna hurt you, Billy. Billy, don't do that.
That's crazy. You
got the complexion for the protection.
Right, you get Burger King after a mass shooting,
Bro.
But when you show your gun license to a cop, you get shot down in front of your girlfriend and kid. R.I.P. to Philando. That's still. Oh man, let's can we move past that? Unfortunately, we gotta go into another. We gonna talk some positive stuff, but we gotta get this out the way so we get to the fun. But we gotta talk about the foolery, and we gotta hold our people accountable as well. We gotta talk about what's my man's name, Malik Hafiker.
Yeah.
What can you tell us what he did? 30 mil. 30, what he do?
So Malik Hafiker, or Half Acre, however you pronounce his name, allegedly had an argument with his girlfriend, and it escalated. And he wound up killing his relatives, her relatives, which is also his relatives, because he pretty much lived there up until they separated, I guess, for a few or whatever. So, and he did it all for the stimmy. Murder for the stimmy.
I don't think he can get out though with the stimmy. Like you can't even get on bond.
I don't think 1,400 is gonna give you a good
lawyer or nothing.
Anything.
Was he on drugs or something?
I don't know, but I don't have anything to say on that.
Let me pose this question though. How much of that do y'all believe is a lack of, trust in God, right? And also just the angst, the anxiety, the stress of COVID and people not,
I think we've been giving people reasons to use COVID as a crutch. So I want to remove that. But if we're talking about the lack of knowledge and trust in God, when people act from a place of lack and not a place of abundance, you have things like this that can occur. When you feel like this 1,400 is going to change your life, sometimes you go blind. And people say money is the root of all evil. That's not true. Money just reveals more of who you are.
Yeah, it reveals
so
your
if he
character.
did this for 1,400, I'm scared to see what he might have did if a lotto ticket was on the line that they won.
Because apparently he killed 4 people.
Yeah, he shot her. She was wounded. But
she was wounded. Okay.
Oh, she survived?
So it was like 3 adults.
Killed a kid too?
3 adults and a kid, I think like a 6-year-old. And then that joint was...
All right, let's move past this, man. I got to move past this, man.
Yeah, I'm a father. I can't
All right, let's talk about... let's move past this. Let's lighten it up. Y'all still here with us? Y'all rocking? All right, we had to get that out the way. We had to talk about some current events, hold people accountable, talk about some of the things that's going on. But we want to talk about the original Brian's best friend. The original Brian's best friend. What's your boy done? What's your this is not new, but we didn't get a chance to chime in, man. What's going on with your boy?
Oh, you mean? Hey, good evening, good peoples. This is your guy, Derrick Jaxn, coming in. Just want to talk to... Listen, brother. Look, anytime, if right now, right?
Yeah.
You're married. If one guy goes and puts down a bunch of other guys, it gives me pause. You know what I mean? I'm married, man. Look, you go get you a wife. Go get you a wife, man. If you get you a wife, your life is gonna be right. Don't worry about it. All right? Are you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not being honest. Derrick Jaxn told the ladies, if you know, look, let me tell you something. You want a good man. If you want a real good man, you need your godly man who got a job. He's working to give you his whole check. He's gonna love you. He's gonna be faithful. Let me tell you how a faithful man really does. 10 steps to get a faithful man. 5 reasons that a faithful man gonna stay with you. And then this nigga, this nigga here, just not. It wasn't even the fact that it was like a one time. Like, my thing is, when you get caught, I respect it. Like, don't throw a rock and hide your hand. But this nigga got caught, and it was bodies, body yaddy 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 yaddy, just bodies. And what do you say? B always says you gotta have an answer. And we ain't never seen. Look, his wife been like Santa Claus the whole time. We done heard about her. We ain't never seen her.
Well, let me say, by the way, his wife.
We done heard about. We never seen her before. And then look, he bring her out. He bring her from the North Pole now. And look, I can understand why we ain't heard of her before. You know what I'm saying? She had the hat on,
squeezing the life out of the.
Derrick,
her hair was purple.
But Derrick Jaxn has a beautiful wife.
No, she is.
He has a strong wife.
Very strong.
And I want to take my little bit of time and give kudos to her. I know a lot of people will call her foolish and stupid, but what I want to say is that woman is a woman that is sure of herself and the place that she wants in his life and the place that she feels she has in God's heart.
You know something? We just gotta stop judging people's lives like that, because until you're in that situation, you have no idea what in the world
and at the same time, we're laughing, but look, man, we're not gonna do like Derrick Jaxn. We're not really taking pleasure in his downfall. We're laughing at the irony.
Yes.
That's it's the irony.
It's so fun when the rapper got the gun, and it's
right.
not. You did it. No, but what I'm saying, my point is, good people. Come on, it's there. No, but my thing is, when you can't be so gun ho about. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, all y'all need to be practicing absence. Right. If I'm telling you, I got an absence shirt on, and I'm trying it right, I'm attempting it right now. This is my walk right now. But if I'm telling y'all, I'm working on it. It's a process. But I didn't tell y'all I'm so absolute. Trust me, I'm gonna get through this till I get. I'm saying it's a process. Now, if you find out later on, I'd have messed around, took a trip to Haiti, or and you see the videos and the pictures.
It's the same island.
Okay, you see, I may go to Africa. You know,
it's the same island.
Listen,
well, you got to explain that to some of your people sometimes. You know, they think it's different, but we know, it is what it is.
Listen, anybody that makes anything looks the absolutely one way is a fraud, because life is about process, no matter what it is, whether it's relationship, whether it's business. Life happens in stages and process. You understand? Listen, you can go a good month about like me, for example, right? I'm giving up meat, right? Because my condition, I'm supposed to be eating fish and this and that. And I'll go a good month and I'm real good. Then I'll get that one night where I found myself making a 1 o'clock in the morning run to Wendy's.
You know what? And it's funny because you don't even realize that you said life is about choices. You said, You said life is about choices.
It's a process, but it's in stages. So that kind of segued us into another topic, right? You didn't even know this, but I was talking to a young lady. Shout out to Abby. Hope you're watching this. And I was telling her that, they say when, you play the cards that you're dealt in life. Yeah. And I was like, if you know about poker, right? When you first get your hand, you have 3 cards. You have the opportunity to play those cards or fold your hand right away. Yeah. So to me, it's like once you hit adulthood, you realize what life really is. Yes.
Now you have the option to play out, or you can leave the game.
That's crazy.
Now, here comes the river card, right? So now that river card is a part of the process, because that card is another opportunity or another decision that you have to make in your life.
Yeah.
And again, you still get to decide if you want to fold that hand or if you want to play it.
Yeah.
And then you get to turn the final card, another decision. And now you have all these cards that were dealt, but along the way you had choices, you had decisions, and you had obstacles.
Yes.
And if you held on through that, you decided to stick out through the process and live your life. Yep. And unfortunately, some people don't stand through that process and they decide to fold that hand.
Preacher.
And I think it's important for us to talk about that, being in that climate that we're in with COVID, because COVID has created a lot of things with people, right? We spoke about last episode where you had to live with yourself, you had to live with someone, and then also we found out that COVID either showed that you were really lazy or showed that you knew how to hustle and get to the bag. So what did you do when that card came, aka COVID came? Did you fold your hand or did you play it?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest with you, man, with COVID, like for me, COVID brought a side of me that I didn't even know existed. Right. But I was raised a certain way that no matter what comes to you, that you don't quit. You understand? There's a reason why you're going through what you're going through, because you're not going to be in cloud heaven every single day in your life. You understand?
Not at all.
My dad always told me, you never get too high, but don't you dare allow yourself to get too low. You understand? So that when things is good, don't be out here forgetting that, hey, where you came from.
Message.
But then when you fall down, don't forget that you have the options to get up. You don't have to, even when things are bad, you don't say you can't get up, So it birthed, another side of me. It birthed some things in me that I didn't know existed. But also too, a lot of people was dealing with COVID. I was dealing with COVID and also finding out that I'm battling a brain tumor. So it wasn't just, me staying home, me doing this. I have had days and nights, months where, I was really, real emotional. To where, I'm living with myself, but then every day now I'm thinking, do I get to wake up tomorrow? And I got 3 beautiful kids. Do I get to walk my daughter down the aisle one day?
But
Am I gonna be here?
That's exactly what I'm saying. See, Joel, you had COVID come. Yeah. And you could have said, man, don't nobody want to buy what I'm selling right now. Facts. I can't provide for my family.
Facts.
Went into a different type of state.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor to get a checkup. Yeah. Right? Because you had a situation, so you had to go get checked up. And now it's like, I have this, and I can't get to the money like I want to.
Facts.
I'm done with this card game.
Bro, in the midst of this though, remember, we was going out every week feeding the people.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm asking myself, like, Lord, how am I doing your work? And this is the card that I'm dealt.
Right.
You feel me? And my thing is, until you go through adversities.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I don't mean to cut you.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
It
makes a lot of sense, but it only makes sense because of the personal relationship that I had with God previous.
Let's talk about
it. If I just went to church and then really know God for myself, I would never step foot back in another church.
That's important. That's important to note because, Gene, you just said it, a lot of people have made COVID their excuse, right? They've made this situation greater than the God that they serve. You know what I mean? And that's incorrect. So if we stay in that position, and even if you weren't in that position, but now you're realizing that I need to stay in that position. Great for you. This is where you need to be. You need to recognize that in spite of a COVID, in spite of a health issue, in spite of a money issue, in spite of whatever's going on, God is still a source, man. I don't mean to be preaching.
Nah. You good, man. Listen, we need that.
Trials and all that, it just confirms because each one of us up here,
every single one of us,
we went through during this time.
And probably still going.
It's going.
It's going. It's still going. So my thing is, you either gonna fold, you know what I'm saying, what he says, or you're gonna play the card that you did.